something that can't be killed.
The relentless hunt continues in the latest installment of one of the most iconic sci-fi franchises ever conceived, as Predator. Badlands takes the mythos in a bold and dangerous new direction, building upon the legacy of fear and tension that the original 1987 Predator film introduced to audiences worldwide. This new chapter marks a gritty return to the primal core of the franchise, while integrating fresh storylines, characters, and thematic undercurrents designed for a new generation. Predator. Badlands is shaping up to be a film that redefines survival by dragging it through the sand, blood, and heat of one of the most unforgiving terrains ever seen in the saga. With a stripped-back approach, the movie is designed to immerse audiences in a terrifying blend of natural hostility and extraterrestrial menace, where the line between hunter and hunted constantly shifts. Set in an unnamed desert region referred to ominously as the Badlands, the film trades dense jungles and futuristic cityscapes for a barren, windswept environment that offers little in the way of shelter and even less in mercy. This new setting adds a layer of vulnerability and unpredictability that harks back to the original's sense of claustrophobic dread, only now that dread is wide open, sun-scorched, and filled with lethal silence. The sand whispers danger. The rocks conceal death. And above it all, something unseen watches with alien patience. The story follows a fractured group of survivors, an eclectic mix of mercenaries, environmental researchers, and locals, who are drawn into the Badlands by a series of mysterious events and disappearances. What begins as a mission of discovery quickly unravels into a nightmarish confrontation with a technologically advanced predator unlike any seen before. This new predator is designed with a brutal efficiency, incorporating adaptive camouflage, drone-like surveillance tech, and weaponry that merges organic biology with deadly engineering. Unlike its predecessors, this hunter has not come alone. Predator. Badlands introduces the concept of a hunting duo, two Yautja operating in tandem but with different philosophies. One is a traditionalist, abiding by the ancient codes of the hunt, while the other has embraced more chaotic methods, blurring the rules and showing a ruthlessness even among its own kind. This ideological tension between the two predators becomes an undercurrent of the narrative, offering viewers a deeper look into Yautja culture, hierarchy, and evolution. The human characters, meanwhile, are forced into uneasy alliances and moral compromises as they scramble to survive. Central to the plot is a former military survivalist who has retreated from society following a traumatic mission. Haunted by loss, he becomes an unlikely leader when the group realizes they are being hunted. His arc is one of redemption and reckoning, not just with the predators stalking them, but with the ghosts of his own past. Alongside him is a young scientist specializing in ancient desert civilizations, whose discovery of Yautja markings carved into stone ruins suggests the Badlands have been a hunting ground for centuries. This twist opens a rich backstory and expands the lore, implying that humanity's contact with the predators goes back much further than previously thought. The scientists' theories are dismissed at first, but as bodies pile up and the hunt intensifies, her insights become vital to understanding the creatures and possibly finding a way to survive. A notable feature of Predator. Badlands is its emphasis on practical effects and grounded action. Directorial choices lean into tactile filmmaking, with sandstorms, dehydration, and exhaustion becoming as dangerous as the alien threat. The film avoids flashy exposition and opts instead for tension building through long takes, eerie silences, and sudden bursts of violence. The cinematography captures the arid beauty of the desert in golden hues during the day and bone-chilling blue at night, where every shadow seems to pulse with the promise of death. The score, a minimalist blend of tribal percussion and synthetic pulses, mirrors the primal versus technological theme at the heart of the film. In this brutal world, nature and machine converge in the ultimate test of survival. The relationship between the two predators adds a psychological layer rarely explored in past entries. Flashbacks from the traditionalist predator's perspective offer glimpses into Yautja society, rituals, and the heavy burden of honor. The chaotic predator, younger and more brutal, challenges these traditions, believing that the old ways are obsolete in the face of human unpredictability. Their conflict erupts when one spares a human deemed worthy, while the other considers the act weakness. This internal conflict escalates, turning the hunters against each other and adding a volatile twist to the climax. For the humans, this schism is both a curse and a potential advantage, if they can survive long enough to exploit it. Predator. Badlands also subtly critiques the modern world's encroachment on ancient landscapes. The desert's hidden ruins suggest past encounters, and perhaps warnings, but corporate greed and human arrogance lead to the excavation of territories best left untouched. This greed awakens forces beyond understanding. The film doesn't overtly moralize, but it layers its action with commentary about respect for nature, the danger of unchecked ambition, and the price of ignorance. The Badlands become a metaphor for both physical and moral desolation, where only those who adapt and understand their enemy stand a chance of survival. As the narrative unfolds, unexpected alliances form, betrayals sting, and character deaths carry weight. The survivalist is eventually forced to face the chaotic predator one-on-one, using tactics that blend human ingenuity with insights gained from studying the predator's behavior. He crafts traps from salvaged Yautja tech and environmental features, leading to a final confrontation that strips both hunter and prey down to raw instinct. The traditionalist predator, mortally wounded in a clash with its former kin, offers the survivor a brief nod of acknowledgement before activating a self-destruct sequence meant to erase all trace of Yautja presence. The survivor escapes, barely, carrying with him scars both literal and emotional. The film ends not with triumphant victory, but with quiet exhaustion and the haunting knowledge that the Badlands still hold secrets yet to be uncovered. The deeper implications of the film suggest that this was not the first hunt, and certainly won't be the last. Predator. Badlands plants the seeds for future exploration, possibly hinting at older civilizations that once encountered Yautja visitors, or hidden predator relics buried beneath the sand. There's even the faint suggestion that a third force, perhaps a rival predator clan or even a long-dormant xenomorph presence, may one day rise. These hints are never made explicit, but the atmosphere drips with ominous potential. This restraint works in the film's favor, keeping it grounded while offering fertile ground for future expansion. Unlike past entries that leaned into either heavy militarism or science fiction spectacle, Predator. Badlands strikes a balance. It doesn't reinvent the franchise so much as refocus it, honing in on the primal thrill of the hunt while expanding the cultural and emotional depth of both its human and alien characters. The film thrives on tension, not bombast. Its set pieces are not just excuses for explosions, but carefully crafted battles where strategy, environment, and raw willpower are the keys to survival. It respects its roots while evolving its themes, offering longtime fans the visceral excitement they crave while giving new audiences a reason to care. The performances are another high point, particularly from the lead actor playing the reclusive survivalist, whose haunted eyes and grim resolve provide an emotional anchor for the chaos around him. His dynamic with the young scientist is not romantic, but built on mutual respect and the shared trauma of loss and discovery. Their arc doesn't end with a cliché victory pose, but with a somber understanding of what they've witnessed and endured. They are not heroes in the traditional sense. They are survivors shaped by a land that shows no mercy, and creatures that hunt without hesitation. Predator. Badlands ultimately feels like a rebirth for the franchise. It doesn't ignore past entries, but uses their mythology selectively, drawing from the best elements while forging its own identity. Fans of the series will catch nods to the original jungle ambushes, the thermal vision sequences, the iconic clicking sounds, and the code of honor that defines the predators. But these elements are not leaned on as crutches. They are used sparingly and with purpose to enrich the world rather than carry it. As the dust settles over the scorched remains of yet another failed incursion into the unknown, Predator. Badlands leaves viewers with one truth: the hunt never ends. Whether in the thickest jungle, the darkest city alley, or the deadliest desert, the predators will always return. And when they do, the question remains, not who will fight, but who will adapt. In the vast silence of the Badlands, with bones buried beneath ancient sands and shadows that move when no one watches, the answer may already be written. but it will be written in blood, grit, and the scars left by the ultimate hunters.